Oh, maybe you've seen the 1998 movie. It was a smash hit. You've Got Mail, starring Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. In the movie, Meg's character owns a little bookstore that welcomes the community and holds a history of bringing people together. Well, today we're talking to Olivia Porter. She's the owner of Beloved Books in Linden, and you know, maybe you can think of yourself as living out a movie in some ways.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Now, first off, Olivia, it's usually not polite to ask a lady's age, but in this case, how old are you?
I am 19 years old.
And you're running your own bookstore?
Yes.
You got to give me the backstory on this. This is so cool. How did this happen?
Well, I live in Linden, so that was my favorite bookstore growing up. And so I'd go there all the time on my break from the library. I worked at the Linden Library right behind there. And I'd just get to know the owner there. And so I was just in awe of the bookstore. And then when I heard that she was retiring and shutting down, my heart sunk.
Aww.
But so I went over there and I was like, no, this can't be happening. And then it kind of just found a place where I kind of took over it.
Kind of took over it. I love that. Well, and when did that happen?
That was just last July.
Well, how's it going so far?
It's going really good. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm living out my dream.
That's amazing. Yeah, talk a little bit more about that. So, you know, growing up, like you said, you frequented the store. Have you always been a bookworm? I
have, yes. My mom has always taken me to the library, and I have been. I always just got tons and tons of books from there, and I would read all the time.
Well, you know, it's one thing, too, to be like, oh, I really love that store, but talk about the moment when you said, I can do this. I can take over this business. Tell me more about that.
Well, I will be honest. I was very hesitant at one point, but I kind of just felt like the Lord was guiding me in a way that I could do it. I felt like I could do it. I talked to my parents, and they were very much on board.
That's so cool.
Yes.
And again, the name of your shop?
Beloved Books.
Beloved Books. And talk about what else you have going on there. Obviously, you have tons of books, but talk about how it's kind of a hub for the community.
Yes, I love putting on events for the community, especially for the kids. That's one thing that I love. I've had several movie nights. I did Polar Express one day, and then I did Paddington just a couple weeks ago. And that was a lot of fun. And I love doing story time there because I love just interacting with the kids and reading them stories and just seeing the joy on their face.
Oh, how wonderful. And what's the feedback been from the community? I'm sure, you know, they're thankful that the bookstore is still there and you're carrying it on.
Yes, they are very glad that I'm there. This business has been around for 21 years. So they were all heartbroken to hear it go, but
well, that's almost as long as you've been alive.
Yes.
Well, what else? What will people find there?
Well, they will find a bunch of classics there. I am more of on the classic side. I have a lot of children's books, and I have some of my favorites with me. I have Little Women. Hardy Boys was probably one of my favorites growing up, and then I also love Anne of Green Gables. That's probably my new obsession right now.
Oh yeah, that's a good classic story. Overall, what do you hope people take away when they visit your bookstore?
I hope they just take away the warm feeling that they get there when they come in. I feel like the atmosphere is very good there, and I love people coming in, and I just love to show them that. That
is so wonderful. Again, not to harp on your age, but 19 years old, running your own bookstore. Tell folks at home, I'm sure they're interested, where can they find you? And I guess you have a spring bake sale coming on.
I do, yes. That is going to be happening in the first weekend of May, which I'm super excited for. I actually did one right before I took over, and that was a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's there on North Bridge Street in Linden, Beloved Books. You can't miss it. You'll have, and Olivia's running the whole joint. I love it.
Yes.
Congrats to you, and we wish you the most success.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.